Shame is my name, scum of the earth. I was born in a miserable country with an autocratic political system. In this country, the government dominates its people. Freedom of thought and freedom of speech. The people never receive any education. Every day we get up, we have to do construction for the government, helping it enhance the control over the people without any disobedience. Every day the people live a boring life, as well as a painful one, just like me, staying in the same prison, lying on the same bed, and sitting on the same toilet for 14 years, simply because I stole a piece of chocolate at a convenience store. In this country, the number of people executed every year is more than those killed in car accidents, not to mention natural death. Although the people in this country are suffering, when I was in prison, I heard a rumor saying that outside this vast country exists an unknown holy land called Canaan. It is God's promised land in the book of Exodus in the Bible, as well as the free domain that Moses led Israelites to search over hundreds of years. Similar to the Bible, Canaan is described as a place without crimes and government's oppression, a human paradise full of fundamental freedom and joy. However, the way to paradise is narrow. Canaan is surrounded by a wide transitional area, which contains hundreds of miles. The area is called Limbo, originated from limbus in Latin. They say the area must be passed through before entering Canaan. However, once you step inside the limbo, unimaginable deadly disasters will occur. No one knows exactly what will happen, only hearing that no one without exception can come out of the limbo alive. Therefore, it is said that no one did enter Canaan successfully. Inevitably, Canaan becomes the biggest challenge for these explorers, loving freedom. But these are only rumors. I never believe this bullshit, because you know my life has never given me any hope. While I was thinking for a short period of time, my brain seemed to start operating. I did not open my eyes, but I could see the blurred sky. However, what made me open my eyes was not the smell, but the tranquil sound of the wind. This was a small wooden house, barely equipped. There were only some knives, 2 old pistols, and dirty military uniforms hung on the wall. With the deeds in mind and the smell of the wood burned, this house, I think, was too ragged. Or was it because I was used to living in prison? Then I met Kenny, a person who was going to change my life. He looks almost 60 with a hoarse voice and a fierce-looking appearance that makes people feel friendly. He has a good personality. He has been a soldier for 15 years and was the captain of the rebelling army. which was founded to fight against the government for the sake of the people's freedom. The army was broken down by the government after being established less than 2 years ago. Since the army was disbanded, he started his escape alone. On his way, he heard the rumor about Canaan. Therefore, he started to prepare for the adventure, recruiting 2 members on the way. It was also the time when he met me. He tried to recruit me 3 times, so he would never give up this opportunity. This time, I believed I had back. After I ran away like now, sooner or later I would be caught and executed. It might be better if I get a chance to see what the so-called Canaan looks like. The car ran on a highway, far from the mountain, here beyond the territory of the natural boundaries. No people, no government's army. The sun set from the horizon of the desert on the left. Through the scent dust blown by the wind in the air, rays of light felt gentle. With the blurred light, the wind blew. Thought the wind was warm, I still felt uneasy, because I knew here, the limbo according to the rumor. It was only an ordinary vast wilderness, covered by the scent dust. It looked unclear, but I could seemingly see the naturally formed edge of the limbo. The scent dust lay behind the edge, feeling like a wall, giving a warning that the meaning of life would appear behind this line. I did not think too much, simply closing my eyes to enjoy the wind. The black sky appeared in front of me again. I joyfully forced it and could not wait for its coming. Then when I kept driving, seeing several huge robots standing far in front, it seemed everyone has already arrived. Kenny came out of the car and greeted everyone. His smile was always amiable and friendly. Those who came to greet him were Wes and Dumo. In the evening, all of us gathered together at a small house not far from the limbo to spend the last night. Everyone had a great time, drinking to celebrate the last meal in this life. Without much interest, I left the house and sat outside alone. The limbo seemed even more mysterious at night. I wonder what did exist after the mist. Beautiful Canaan? Or maybe the tomb where our life ends? Kenny walked to me. Although we just knew each other today, he still took care of me as an old friend. His smile could always calm people down. As it became darker, people in the house were drunk, and one after the other. Surrounded by beer bottles, they gradually slept. Only Ken and I still talked outside the house. As the life gear continued moving, I was gradually pushed to the cliff. I had no way back but to jump downward blindly. I did not know what will happen next. No one knows. Maybe this is what my life is. And now my memory became blank. In my ear the sound kept pounding. What do I remember? I just remember that 10,000s of meteors rushed at us, and in the chaos, Dumo died, West died, and so did Ken. Leaving me lying in this ravaged place, with my eyes open. Right now, surprisingly, I'm feeling so calm. As it turns out, there is no such place called Canaan. People only try to get comfort from this rumor. This is a lie. Till now, I realize everything. Life is so contradictory. I run to the end of my life's highway. This end is a cliff. Even though I was not hit by cars, I am still destined to jump downward. If one day you come to me and say, "Hey, I found Canaan," you know what? I'll smile back and tell you, don't be silly. We've been there already. You just never see it. We have been there already.